What's cracking with you people? Anansi here, and welcome back to the Jade Empire. In the last one, we brought, more specifically, we killed the Grand Inquisitor Gia. My bad, I would say Jean, but her name wasn't Jean, it was Grand Inquisitor Gia. And we destroyed the Lowest Assassin's fortress slash golem manufacturing process. In this one, now that we have the information we need, let's head back up. Let's talk to him so far.
We have to get out of the necropolis so we can deal with this information. Be careful. The ground has shifted. There's no telling what has been disturbed.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to deal with that.
Legendary strike.
Because just like Silk Fox said, because the ground has shifted, we don't know what's been disturbed. So now, where we came here earlier to deal with Fading Moon, and there weren't any enemies here, it's literally just Fading Moon. Now we have more enemies to deal with in this arena area. So you're going to be dealing with probably more attacks than, well, I won't say more attacks, but you're going to have areas that weren't a problem that are now going to be a problem. They're not many, but you're going to be dealing with them, and there will probably be more enemies in areas you have already been through. So just be prepared for that. Going to take the short way back. But yeah, no, we have the evidence of that Silk Fox wanted on Death's Hand. Even though the assassin force has been destroyed, so I'm not exactly certain how much good that does more. But we have it, and that's all she really needs. All she really requested of us to get us into the Imperial Palace to find our master. So let's go ahead and try to get back before we have any problems, shall we? But no, we're coming to a hit now. I believe as of right now, for just measurement's sake, if you're curious about where we are in the story, we're actually about yeah, we got enemies here. I wonder what the Gravedigger, Digger Shen, I think his name was. I believe we're actually coming close to the end. We're actually coming close to the end of the game. Actually, I want to say, if my memory serves correct, we should be coming close to the end of the second act. I want to say second act anyway. Actually, no, I think the Lowest Assassin Forces was in the second act, or the halfway point. We'll see.
Did you hear that rumbling? It must have shook the entire hill. The Emperor's tomb, it's collapsed.
Yes, I know.
I don't doubt it. They could probably feel it all over the city. It is a bad omen. There's no doubt about that. The Emperor's own tomb. I fear the spirits will be even more troublesome after this. Maybe I should consider a job in the countryside. Is there anything else you need?
No, I'm good.
Well,
actually, now that you brought that up, I'm gonna head back a little bit because I actually want to see if the actual temple itself collapsed. Remember, we could actually see the temple from a certain vantage point. So I know I gotta go back through and fight some enemies, but I think it'll be worth it just to kind of see and get a little bit more experience, which never hurts. Now I do believe that Jade Empire, much like a lot of BioWare's other games, I think even into Mass Effect, BioWare still does this, has a level cap, which I'm not gonna lie, I've never liked. Ooh, that body is still there. Has it collapsed? Nope, it's still there. You just can't go underneath it anymore. So that was a lie. A little bit of added detail there they should add if they ever end up doing a remake of this game, which, considering that BioWare currently is... No, wait, I think BioWare left EA, right? No, I think they still work for EA. Out of the corner of this video, I believe they still work for EA. But if they don't work for EA, well, after this recording, last I heard is that they work for EA. But if they don't work for EA anymore, then there's hope. There's hope that we might get a Jade Empire that's not completely jacked up because of EA's nonsense. But if they
I don't like what we have seen here. We must return to your flyer so everyone can discuss what we have learned.
And I think we get teleported straight back to the fire. But yeah, if Bioware is not with EA, then hopefully we get a proper remake that fixes a lot of the issues that I do have. At least with this version of Jade Empire, let's get a sequel to Jade Empire that expands a little bit more on the combat. Because I think it would be a remake would be nice. A sequel would be preferable just to see a new story. Maybe include a remake in a bundle with it. I don't know, like they did with Bayonetta, and I want to say a few of the Sonic games. I think a Call of Duty game did it at one point too, even though people did not like it. But yeah, just one of the small details, like you see that, like you collapse the thing, you collapse the temple. You see it collapse when you go visit it.
So, your lost sheep, Sagacious Zoo, returned to save you. I didn't think he had the nerve.
That's because people are nothing but tools to you.
My dear little Dawnstar, I'm a princess. People bow to me. That is the way things are. Of course, many things are not as I thought they were, if what we learned from Gia is true.
That's it? We just forget what Zoo did and move on?
I do not mean to diminish his sacrifice, but the concerns of the living take precedence. Too much is at stake. When this is over, I swear that he shall have a grand funeral. Death's hand will be in the grave next to him, and my father will answer all our questions.
You've heard his lies for years. Will this change anything? I mean, after all, they were using his tomb, and he knew about it.
I know what you found and what the implications of it are. The Emperor himself ordered the golems constructed, and the workers were stolen from their homes. By the Water Dragon's mercy, they are enslaved until they die, and then trapped within the golems. I have seen the proof. But how can it be true?
He has taken our master, killed our friends. What if assaulting the Water Dragon is true too? He must be stopped.
No! I will not believe it! We have to go to the palace and give him the chance to explain!
If we confront him, it may not end peacefully.
You will see. This is trickery from Death's hand. Or someone else.
Oh, the denial. And there is more. Zoo told me about Master Lee's murdered family. The child is alive.
Layers upon layers, as if this wasn't complicated enough. Now you are really stepping beyond the realm of reason. Why would Zoo know this?
He was part of the group sent to kill them. He had a change of heart.
Only partially, it would seem, or they would both be alive.
Does this change anything? We can tell Master Lee and give him hope, but we must rescue him first.
Then let's quit talking and go to the palace. I will lead the way.
I have grave concerns about this. Please talk to me before we leave for the palace. I worry for you if the princess cannot see the danger.
She says she can get my marvelous dragonfly there in one piece. I've heard no other options, and I won't risk the finish flying blind.
Everyone be quiet! Are you ready to go? If you have business left in the Imperial City, you'd better finish it. I won't be leaving the palace without an answer.
I need to speak with Dawnstar.
You would delay us for a chat with your precious country girl? Pat her head and get back soon. I want answers, and there's only one place left to get them.
So yeah, the denial and the desperation in Leanne is very evident. Now, in a previous part, we chose Dawnstar over Leanne. That's usually how I play the game. I play a male character. I usually choose Dawnstar because it just makes more sense to me. But if you pick a female character, you can either pick Skye or Leanne. Since obvious reasons are obvious, when I play a female character, I usually pick Leanne. This is one of the reasons why it kind of, yeah, while you are kind of compelled to pick Leanne as a romantic interest, the only reason why I always pick Dawnstar over Leanne is that, as far as I'm concerned, the male character has more time with Dawnstar. You get to speak to her more, get to know her more, get to strengthen your relationship with her more if you so choose. With Leanne, we literally pick her up in the city, and then we had a span of like maybe an hour, depending on what you choose to do, to get to know her. Sure, you bump into her earlier with regards to Tian's Landing. I think you bump into her like twice. Once when she thinks that you're once when she thinks she has something to do with the attack on Two Rivers, and again when I believe when you're coming back from Tian's Landing to go to when you're coming back from the dam, from closing the dam. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I just kind of wish they had introduced Leanne as a party member earlier. And I'll get into that a little bit later when like I get my proper thoughts on stuff, because I think, in my opinion, there's at least one character that we have among the entire group that we could have completely gotten rid of and had Leanne join us, and things would have been much better. Because remember, we pick up in terms of this entire group, we start off with Zoo and Dawnstar coming from Two Rivers, and then we picked up everybody else in Tian's Landing. Like, we picked up everybody else in Tian's Landing. We could literally have dropped one of these characters, and things would have, I argue, would have progressed a lot better. Anyway, that's not the Dawnstar.
Hurry to the palace. I hate it that Master Li is trapped there. Who knows what the Emperor is doing with him?
My father will explain. Death's hand is behind this. You will see.
Did you want to talk?
It is just about time, isn't it? The Emperor or Death's hand or whoever can only keep us from our master for so long. So much has happened to get us here. Our hard work. The loss of Sagacious Zoo. I'm looking forward to having our questions answered. I also don't want to worry about you anymore. What if you were next to fall?
Reassurance. If I fall, I doubt anyone else will survive. We'll be together regardless. Well, that is grim. I'm not talking to think worries. I will always be here for you. You will come to trust that.
I think I trust you now, but I'm not sure what should come next. This seems like such an uncertain time to be making plans for the future. I feel selfish for trying to find peace while this war of ours continues. When we free Master Li, that will be the more appropriate time for this.
Well, if that is what you require at Dawnstar, it is more incentive for me to succeed.
I doubt you need any more incentive, but I am glad I have that effect. Now it is just up to the princess to keep her word. And we can end this. Everything will be all right again. I know it.
Gather everyone and have Kang ready to fly her.
If you want to go to the palace, you will have to talk to Princess. I can still have the map ready if you want to fly anywhere else.
Okay, that's all pretty much it. Goodbye. That's pretty much it. So yeah, let's talk to Leanne.
Are you ready yet? The more I think about the information you found, the more I need answers straight from my father.
Let's go to the palace now.
Good. My father has much to answer for. I know he will explain everything, and if Death's hand is there, I'll have some words for him as well. Kang, those flags that I gave you, the ones with the royal seals, mount them on your pile of scrap and let's go. I don't want to waste any more time.
Yes, ma'am, no argument. Garish flags to stop the turrets. Just no yelling while we fly. The space is small and it echoes loudly. Yes, Princess, at your word.
Let's go ahead and attack! So, between sessions, I got all the extra stuff. So the only things we haven't seen so far are Firestorm, Tremor, Reverse Tides, and Dragon's Wrath. Reverse Tides only slows down, so what I'm going to do is we're going to get Firestorm, Tremor, and Dragon's Wrath. We're going to show these off, because Reverse Tide is literally just slows the area around you. We're going to show off the other the other stuff we got. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Also going off of that on an early time that kind of dropped. Yeah, much like Bioware's previous games, Jade Empire does have a level cap, and I believe all of Bioware's games have level caps. And oh, that's what Firestorm does. Okay, nice. Yeah, it literally brings out a meteor storm. Pretty effective when you think about it. That's what Tremor does. I think I should have enough power for this. Okay, here we go. It's basically an AoE attack. It doesn't really kill the enemies like enemies in one shot, depending on what they are, but it does a decent amount of damage. Yeah, going off on the level cap, I've never liked that. I'm not gonna lie, that's another AoE attack. Yeah, so pretty much these extra missions you get from Mechanic Hingu, they're basically just AoE attacks. They will make I think they should make the end of the Lord Lao fight the Lord Lao issue a lot better.
We can't take much more of this.
Yep, that's what I mean.
That's it. We have to get out of the fight. You're scuffing the finish.
So yeah, that's just me messing up again. But yeah, no, I never liked that Byra puts a level cap on your characters because, and I will give them this. They usually time the level cap for the end of the game. Like every single game that they put a level cap in, the level cap you will usually hit if you are doing everything in the game. If you are doing everything, you're doing absolutely everything you can. Side missions, extra fights where needed. You will have more than enough experience. You will hit the level cap by the end of the game. Like they even like the last 5 or 6 enemies, right? I will give them that. I will give them that. Like I remember when I first did Knights of the Republic and I finally got around to beating that. By the time I got to the very last boss, I was like, it was like one corridor of enemies, and I was like, okay, this level cap, and I had hit the level cap like an hour beforehand. And there were a lot of enemies between here and there, but my point still stands that like I should at least have the option to be able to get to another level if there's enough there, because there usually is enough enemies in a Bioware game that you can get another level in. And I just think that you should have the ability to go beyond the level cap. Like Mass Effect, you hit the level cap by the end of the game, but there's enough enemies at the end of the game that you can get another level in. So, but then again, if you do a new game plus, you do also get more experience. But I think that there should not be a level cap in RPGs. I think that the level cap should be open-ended. You can hit whatever level you want to hit. Okay, maybe there should be a level cap, but it's like it shouldn't be a low one.
We must hurry to my father. This entrance allows me to come and go as I please. There are no guards or sentries here to hinder us.
No!
What is that little demon host doing now? We don't have time for this.
The time has come, mortal. I won't share this shell anymore. I'll destroy you, Chaikar, and her mind as well if I have to.
He is too strong here in this place. You must help me, Spirit Monk. For the sake of the girl, fight with me against him. That should be your clue right there that the Emperor is all kinds of messed up. Yazdan gets stronger the darker the area we're in. If the palace was truly not in a bad situation, if the Emperor truly wasn't twisted, this seals the deal right here. Okay, and you get to choose. You can either aid Chaikar or Yazdan. Since we've done the open palm, we're going to aid Chaikar. Then come, we must fight him inside the girl's spirit. They could have timed this a little bit better. I think, personally. I think they could have timed this a little bit better, but I understand why they did it, because there's no guarantee you'd be using Wildflower here. So it's like, let's go ahead and just get it out the way. And yeah, so Leanne is right, they have no time for this, but we kind of don't want a demon trying to take us down while we're doing this. You know what I'm saying?
You think your treachery will kill me, mortal? It will only set me back. As long as the corruption remains in this world, I will endure. I'll die, along with this stupid girl.
You must move quickly, mortal. I guided you to this place. If I fall, your spirit will be lost forever. So yeah, if Chaika dies, you die. That's the stipulation of this fight.
Legendary strike. Longsword.
So as you can see, this is Yazin. Yazin is basically just a unique toad demon, which is why honestly, outside of just going down the closed fist route, there is no need to really aid him, because you can already transform into a toad demon. Thank you for what you have done here. Yazin has not been banished, but his strength has been greatly depleted. He will not harm the girl again. She will not know what happened here, only that it was important, that the darkness is gone, and that you are to thank for it. And you gained a new gem, Guardian Strength. Do I take a look at this? I think I talked to him, right? No, it's not a new gem, it's a new technique. What am I thinking about? Plus 5 to health, plus 5 to chi. The Guardian Chaika has regained control over Wildflower from the demon Yazin. He is grateful for all that you have done for both him and the girl, and he lends his strength and wisdom against the troubles to come. Oh, by the way, that is what the Emperor looks like. Small spoiler, you're going to see him anyway. But yeah, it's, how do I put this? Yazin is just a uniquely colored toad demon. You can transform into a toad demon. There is no incentive beyond just sticking to the close fist path to help him out. There just isn't.
Well, I'm glad to see you are back. What was all that about?
A troubling force was ejected. All is well now. Demons fought for her body. I had to intercede.
I am glad to see that Wildflower appears well. It must have been a very disturbing experience.
No more than our own if we don't get moving.
Yes, while you were elsewhere, a servant tried to warn me against entering my own home. We need to confront my father as soon as possible.
It may be too late if what we know is true.
I must hear it from my father's mouth. I must hear how he explains all these lies, the golems, Death's Hand, all of it. You go ahead, but only take one other with you. The rest should guard the rear and only fight if needed. I do not want a full war within these sacred walls. I would prefer to be up front, but if not, I will catch up if there is anything important to say. Come, let's go.